This is PHJ. ALCUUCLA. This is ALCUUCLA Pre med32. ALCUUCLA. xCNN folks through April 2nd. Horoscope programming. FNS with the CW. Tris Wallace. Buongiorno. Leslie Sam. Buongiorno. Quattuno. April 1st. Thank you, PHJ. April 1st. Today is another xCNN foe. April 2nd. Hoax horoscope programming. See. Yes. Let's get to our show here. We got a few minutes left. We're out of power. We're out of power.
And it'll grow right back, but you can't eat your baby's
I'm out
toes.
of power.
That's stupid and wrong and indicative of something just...
Lost and found. Have you seen anybody? They haven't seen it. Sanjay.
Just as emotional as you joy.
NHL, the scores for yesterday. The Panthers, City Garden versus the Bruins.
13 minutes, 35 seconds of ice time. I can imagine how
Richard Arena, the Minnesota Wild versus the Nashville Predators. Oh,
his first goal for the Colorado Avalanche in the coming days, and he absolutely will.
The Devils at Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia versus the Flyers. Maple Leafs, Toronto Power, Toronto Maple Leafs. And Red
it was
Wings
spectacular and wonderful to see.
at the Joe Louis Arena.
It was another display last night as he was on the ice for the Colorado Avalanche, who did get the victory over the St. Louis Blues, as a matter of fact. Blues did get 1 point, and that was enough for them to clinch their spot in the postseason.
We're out of power.
Good news for them. Just
Tampa
one more
Bay
spot
Lightning
left
and
in
the
Western
Amalie
Conference.
Arena.
It's either gonna be
Montreal
Nashville, it's gonna be
Canadiens.
Nashville. LA may be eliminated.
Ottawa Senators
The ice
versus
tomorrow
Winnipeg
night, but
Jets.
it's probably going to be
MTS
Nashville, but
Century
it's not
tonight.
100% official yet. But still plenty to decide,
Absolutely.
or to be decided over the next week in the NHL in terms of playoff spots. At Hockey Unfiltered, at Todd Lewis Sports, and
Thank
whether
you
or not the
guys. Good
Boston
morning,
Bruins are
Sunday
gonna be one of those
Pachon.
teams in the East is yet to be determined. Bruins and the Florida
We got
Panthers join
dismissed
today.
on
Eric Goldberg from Boston.com is going to join us in
pie.
the next segment. We'll talk about the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers. Well, there's not much to say about the Florida Panthers. They pretty much checked out for the year. Some thoughts on where do the Panthers
Absolutely.
go?
Let's get to our shows. The White House is waiting for us. They got 5 minutes
That's a lot of stuff
to explain power and Best Buy.
since last year, the end of the playoffs last year. It was like,
Oh my God, NHL, don't do that. NHL, good Lord. NHL has a soundtrack. Since when do they have soundtracks to the NHL? Just tell us who's passing the puck around. Goalie, pass it around. Yeah, no music. Just pass the puck. Just pass it. Good morning, White House. Sean Spicer.
Afternoon.
This is ALCUUCLA. Sounds like what it is.
I want to
Pre med32. Merriweathera VPICOodingETal Twins.
Executive orders of the President's
World. Spoilation of interference.
First order directs the Department
xCNN
of Commerce and the Office of the U.S. Trade
Folks.
Representative to
April
examine every
2nd.
form of trade
Hello,
abuse
Chris
and
Wallace.
non-reciprocal
We love your
practice
show.
that are
Yeah, we
currently
love his
contributing to the
show.
United
Nice.
States' large and persistent trade
Thank you,
deficit,
Anthony
which is the
Fonsi. And
largest
I'm
in
Shu
any
Chop
major
for chatting
nation
with us
since
off the
2016
air.
at $500
We appreciate your
billion.
interview.
Within 90 days, the Department of Commerce and the
It's
U.S.
for
Trade
the
Representative
first
will
day of
submit
the
a comprehensive
month.
report to the President on the causes of our
For
unduly large trade deficit. It's
Meet the
first time in
press.
modern
I
history
don't know
that an American
information
president
here.
has called for such an
We don't have any
investigation,
information on
and
Meet the Press.
our findings will allow us to make
Fox News
smarter
Sunday with
decisions on behalf
the
of the
CW,
American
UPN. We have
about
Senator
trade
Mitch
policy of
McConnell,
our country going forward.
EPA
That's
administrators,
why the
Scott Pruitt.
AFL-CIO, the United
The
Steelworkers
panelists are Laura
International,
Ingram,
the International Association of
Julie
Machinists,
Pace,
and the Aerospace
former
Workers
NSC staff at
International all came out today to applaud the order.
Gillian Turner,
The second
and
executive
Gerald
order addresses the
Chive
current
from Wall
lack
Street
of
Journal.
enforcement of
We look
one of our
forward to your
strongest
show.
tools in fighting
Gerald
unfair trade
Chive.
practices.
Yeah, we look
Countervailing
forward
duties.
to it.
Countervailing duties were put in place to address the problem of other
To address
countries
the problems.
dumping undervalued goods
Dumping.
into American markets, making it impossible for American businesses to compete with artificially created prices. This is especially a problem in
Face the
countries
Nation
whose
with John
governments
Dickerson,
subsidize
Sunday
exports into our
morning.
country. So to discourage this practice,
They
the U.S.
have no
Customs
info
and
for
Border
us.
Protection Agency has a mechanism for assessing these type of
We have a wafer
transactions
shake with
and
cinnamon.
imposing financial penalties known
That
as
sounds
countervailing
good.
duties when it's determined that this kind of malicious dumping has occurred. Since 2001,
Since
the U.S. Customs and
2001.
Border Protection Agency
Good
has
morning to
not
Alec
collected over
Baldwin and Ed Sheeran. We
$2.8
are.
billion
That's it
in
out
these
tonight.
duties. You think about
Oh,
it,
it should be
we could do a lot
good.
by maximizing this enforcement power for our country. So we need to do a better job
I'm in
on
love
behalf
with
of the
this
American worker.
show. I
If
love
a
this.
foreign company,
We
often
love
claiming it's
SNL. We're in
being
love with it.
partly or entirely government run or
I'm in
subsidized,
love with
is able to flood American markets
SNL.
with an artificially cheap steel,
We're
for
live
example,
with the White
they
House.
price American companies out of the system. Say you're the owner of a steel company in Ohio.
Absolutely.
You can't compete with some
You
of these
can't
below
compete.
market prices. So you have to find other ways to meet your bottom
Find
line,
other ways.
like closing a factory or laying off
Yep.
workers,
Lick the,
or might entirely have
lick
to
the
close down
oven.
entirely. By not properly using this
The
enforcement
Wimbledon.
mechanism,
We like the
we're costing
Wimbledon.
Americans
Yeah,
work in
Wimbledon.
so many industries,
Everyone likes
not
the
just steel,
Wimbledon
but in agriculture,
Open.
chemical, machinery, and other manufactured good in particular. President Trump was elected
The
to do everything he
Wimbledon.
can to support American workers and American manufacturers. Together, these two executive
The
orders are a
masters of this week.
significant step
Yeah, they
in
are.
accomplishing the
The
president's
master.
promise to end unfair trade practices once
Absolutely.
and for all. Also yesterday,
Wimbledon.
we were pleased to see that Senators
Open.
Manchin of West Virginia and Heitkamp announced
Yeah, you
their,
have to
support
know.
for Judge
You have to
Neil
know.
Gorsuch.
It's an open
And Senator Claire
relationship.
McCaskill conceded at a private
The
event that
Wimbledon.
among the list of potential nominees that the president released during a
No
campaign,
secret.
Judge Gorsuch
Yeah,
was,
it's the
according to
Wimbledon
her, quote,
Open.
quote, one of the better
You
ones.
gotta
We hope
know.
their
You gotta
praise
know.
leads to
You gotta
additional
know.
support and her support. It's hard to find any reason except for obstructionism.
Absolutely. This is a
to see why
ALCUUCLA
fellow Democrats
April
and
Fool's Day.
Republicans have not been able to join
April
them.
Fox Day. Good
As I said
morning.
yesterday, Judge Gorsuch is highly regarded, having
Absolutely.
received a rating of well qualified
Thank you,
from the
Eric
Bar
Schneiderman
English,
Logistics.
Association, and has demonstrated an unparalleled,
53
unprecedented level of
trucks.
transparency,
53.
including the
53.
release of over 75,000 pages
CR
of
England.
documents,
Yeah,
fielding
CR
nearly 300
England.
questions from Senate Democrats on the committee, and 70 pages of written answers about his
Good
personal
morning,
records.
Sprint. CR
It has
England. Yeah,
demonstrated
you
a
got it.
mainstream judicial record, with nearly all of the decisions
All
being
of the
joined by
decisions.
Democrat-appointed judges. Without a
Indiana.
clear justification,
Yeah, you can
Senate
train in
Democrats have flexed
Indiana.
the facts on recent history.
Today's
trying
show
to
is brought to you by
mislead the
CR
American people
England.
after unprecedented obstructions,
Indiana.
essentially claiming a
Drive all over the
1960
world.
vote
Drive.
standard. As I
Yeah.
said before, should Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer get his way, this would be the first successful filibuster of a nominee to join the Supreme Court. This would make
Newsday
history in a
Sunday.
very bad way.
Oh, there's no
They've
information
also
here.
forgotten their own words. I've cited previously this week the rhetoric of Senator Schumer, Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, the
Thank you,
regrets
and
of
Shuchat
invoking the
and
filibuster
Anthony
by
Falsey
Senator-
for your interview.
of President Obama, then Senator Obama.
Thank you
and
for the
words of many
advice.
other
I look
Senate
forward
Democrats like
to
Senator McCaskill
losing.
on why blocking a vote for a judge, having gone through the
Yeah, we
process,
gotta lose.
has no precedent and is irresponsible. Let me cite one more argument that many Democrats have recently made.
They have a solution?
Current
Yeah,
members of the
absolutely.
Senate seem to also reject the notion of a Supreme Court operating
You'll be all
with 8, not
fine.
9 justices. These include
Yay.
Senator Schumer, Dick Durbin, Bernie
I've been
Sanders,
eating a
Dianne
lot. I've
Feinstein,
been eating a lot of
Jeanine,
stuff.
Richard
You know, I've been
Blumenthal,
eating.
Amy Klobuchar, Ben Cardin, and Martin Hendrick. Each of these Senate Democrats and the rest
Each
of
of
their fellow
these.
caucus members need not listen to me or the president, but
We have a
to
wafer
words
shake with
as
cinnamon.
last year. The president told the American people in his weekly address that was launched earlier
Thank you,
today
Josh.
why it is.
January
Again,
9th
I call on
videos.
Senate Democrats to end
Those
this
videos
unnecessary
are
obstruction
new.
and confirm an eminently
This Sunday,
qualified
State of the
judge.
Union with Jake Tapper.
Also last night, the Department of Justice filed an appeal
Our
in the Ninth
computer's
Circuit
working a lot slow.
to Hawaii's federal judge preliminary injunction against the president's lawful and necessary.
We're having some
executive order
lags
with,
here.
protecting this country. Moving on to some of the events of today. This morning, the president met with former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Talk about regional threats, current foreign affairs hotspots, our attempt to defeat ISIS. And,
Absolutely.
more areas. It was a great meeting where they discussed many of the challenges facing our country, and the president sought the former Secretary of State and National Security.
We have to wash our hands with soap. Phosphates.
He also signed House Joint Resolution 42, allowing states.
We love Mr. Fauci. He's a wonderful, wonderful person, wonderful man.
Naming a VA outpatient clinic in Pago Pago, American Samoa. Also this morning, the
Very
president
wonderful.
joined Jay Timmons, president of the National Association of Manufacturers, and some of its member CEOs.
Thank you. Today's show was xCNNFOX-4.
Annual Manufacturers Outlook Survey.
April Follies, Jen Foley, Skyco. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Miss Foley.
For the future. That's a 20-year record high. That's more than 35 points
Good
higher
morning,
than that same rating
the
was last year.
House and
Survey
Senate.
itself, the rising confidence
got it,
stems from
Tom
the belief that
Foley.
the new administration in Washington, D.C.
Tom Foley,
bring much
April
needed
Foley.
regulatory
We gotta go.
relief, as well as reforms to the tax code.
Reforms. We
and
need a new
significant
battery.
Infrastructure
What
package.
happened to our
The optimism
battery?
is evident across the spectrum of indicators. The Dow Jones Industrial
There's only
Average
two
doubled 12%
indicators.
since Election Day. The National Association of Home
They
Builders
made our
Confidence
deal.
Index is at its highest
Ooh.
level in 12 years.
You got
The
it. They
Gallup
made it.
Small Business Index shows that small
They did
business owners are the most optimistic they've been since 2007. It's not surprising that American industry is reacting in this way.
Dell
The president
computers.
has taken immediate steps
Dell
to make
computer
it easy to do
viruses.
business in this country, and we just are at the beginning of this process.
Yeah,
On
that
top
was
of these
the.
significant steps taken in the executive orders this morning, he's also withdrawn from the Trans-Pacific Partnership Trade Agreement.
Protect your
Cleared the way
computer
for
and
Keystone
remove
XL
viruses,
access
spyware,
pipelines,
or other malware
beginning
in
much-needed
Windows.
government-wide reform of
Microsoft.
regulatory and permitting processes.
They did
Signed
this on
legislation preventing the burdensome
purpose.
stream protection rule from causing further harm.
You
to
got it. We gotta
America's
go.
The president was glad to see this report.
Happy
add
April
to the list
Fool's
of
Day,
measurements
St.
reflecting
Louis.
the
Yeah, he's
incredible
not
optimism
there.
and positivity that his pro-growth policy